You might not believe me, but I was supposed to be sacrificed instead of Jesus. My name is Barabbas, and this is my real story of why he died while I walked free. For those who don't really know who I am, let's start from the very beginning. My name is Barabbas. Some people think I'm nobody, just a line in the story, a name they skip over. But I'd argue I might be the most important man in the Bible after him. Why? Because he took my place, and maybe yours too. Before I tell you about that day, you need to know who I really was. My name, Barabbas, means son of the Father. Nobody ever talks about my father. I barely knew him. Some say he was a priest. Some say he was a rebel like me. All I know is by the time I could walk, Rome was everywhere. Soldiers in the streets, taxes so high, our people starved while Caesar built his cities. I wasn't born good. I wasn't born bad either. I was born angry. By the time I was old enough to hold a blade, I joined men who felt the same. We called ourselves freedom fighters, zealots. The Romans called us criminals, terrorists. I robbed their merchants. I stabbed their soldiers when they weren't looking. I spilled blood in the name of freedom. But truth is, sometimes I did it for revenge. Some nights I'd tell myself I'm like David with his sling, but most nights I knew I was just a man with blood on my hands. When they finally caught me, it wasn't for stealing bread, um, it was for murder. I killed a Roman guard during a riot in Jerusalem, so they locked me up, not in chains for long. Rome liked to make an example out of people like me. That's why my cross was ready. Same hill, same wood, same nails they'd use on thieves and rebels and traitors. That's who I was. So when they dragged me into the sunlight that morning, I thought I knew exactly how my story would end. I was sitting in that cell for days. No sunlight, no idea what day it was. I knew I was waiting to die. The Romans don't build crosses for fun, they build them for people like me. I thought maybe they'd drag me out one morning, nail me up, and that would be it. But then I heard something different. I heard shouting. A lot of people. At first, I thought it was another riot. Maybe my people were trying to break me out. Then I heard my name, Barabbas. Barabbas. I thought they were yelling for my blood, that they wanted me dead faster. But then I heard another name mixed in, Jesus. I didn't know who he was yet. Next thing I knew, the guards came for me. They pulled me up, unlocked my chains from the wall, and shoved me out into the light. I could barely see. And when my eyes cleared, I saw him, a man, beaten, bloody, wearing thorns on his head. Pilate stood there like he was running some sick show. He asked the crowd, "Who do you want me to let go? Barabbas or Jesus?" I stood there, staring at all of them, thinking, why would anyone pick me? I'm guilty. Everybody knows that. And him, he didn't even look angry. He didn't yell. He didn't fight. And then the crowd started screaming, "Barabbas, let Barabbas go." Part of me wanted to smile, but when I looked at him standing there quiet, I couldn't. I didn't understand why he didn't say anything to defend himself. Pilate gave the order. The soldiers took off my chains, and just like that, I was free, and he was left standing there, ready to take the cross that should have been mine. When they took the chains off my wrists, I didn't say thank you. I didn't know what to say. I just stumbled back into the crowd. People were grabbing my arms, shouting my name like I was some hero. But all I could think about was him, Jesus. I turned and looked back. They were leading him up the hill, the same place I'd pictured myself dying 100 times in that cell. I saw the wood on his back. I knew that cross was built for me. The middle cross, the worst one, was always for the biggest threat. The man Rome wanted everyone to fear, that was me, but he carried it, and I just stood there, free. I heard the hammers. I heard the crowd laughing and spitting. I wanted to walk away. I wanted to forget it, but I couldn't. I stayed on the edge of the hill, half hidden behind a rock, watching like a coward. And I heard him, even nailed up, barely breathing, say words I still can't make sense of. "Father, forgive them. Forgive them. Forgive me. They called him the Son of God, and they let the son of a father, me, go free. The only thing I know for sure is I didn't deserve that trade. Sometimes I wonder what people said about me when I was gone. Did they spit when they said my name? Did they tell their kids, that's Barabbas, the killer who got away while the teacher died? Or did they whisper it softer? We're all like him. I heard stories later. The followers, the ones who called him Lord, they said, we're all Barabbas, all guilty, all freed by someone else's silence. Strange thing being remembered as a warning and a promise at the same time. I didn't ask for that. I didn't plan it. But if my name means anything now, maybe it's this: you don't always get what you deserve. And sometimes that's mercy. After they nailed him up, I thought that was the end of it. One more dead rebel, one more preacher Rome silenced. I tried to disappear, lay low, keep my head down. But rumors have a way of finding you in back alleys, around fires, in whispers passed from one man to the next. They said the tomb was empty. They said the soldiers couldn't explain it. They said he was alive, walking, talking, showing up in rooms with locked doors. And the thing that got me most, they said he forgave the ones who left him, the ones who denied him, even the ones who hammered the nails. Part of me want to believe he forgave me too, but I never heard my name in those stories. So every night, when I closed my eyes, I wondered, does the one who took my place still remember my face? And if he does, maybe that's enough. Share it. If you see a piece of yourself in me, stay. We're telling the quiet parts out loud here. And we're on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers. So these forgotten voices keep speaking. Hit subscribe. Share this with someone who needs to know. Sometimes the guilty go free because mercy stays silent. My name is Barabbas, and you're not alone.